Hi guys, happy Friday. So this week's topic is discrimination thanks to good old North Carolina because they are fucking transphobic and homophobic, and let's just leave it at that. But thank you guys for watching the channel. We hit 100 subscribers! Yay! And thank you so much for liking and subscribing and sharing as much as you guys do. Continue to do that. I just want to reach as many audiences as I can. I'm not doing this for the followers. I could care really less, but I just want to spread the word. Maybe someone who's, wondering if they are trans or, just wants to learn about the trans community can just, watch our videos or something. So yeah, maybe it might help someone. So, anyway, personal discrimination and discrimination based upon all that stuff. So, we're gonna just hop into it. So, have I ever been personally discriminated as trans? Personally, actually, yeah, I have experienced some. Not a lot, but some. Mixed looks and stuff like that. For the most part, nobody really says anything to my face. But I have been discriminated against. There was this one chick that I knew. We were friends, and she wrote me and was just like, oh, you're gonna be, you're a good-looking trans guy, and all this stuff. Just hyping me up. Making me believe that, hey, people actually perceive me as a male, so I don't really have to worry about it. And then just one day, she's just like, you're not a real guy because you don't have, you're not born with a penis. And so then I wrote her, and I was just like, that's what you think real men are men who are born in the body? And she's like, yeah, that's what makes babies, don't you think? And that caused this whole conversation of, no. Any guy can make a kid, but it takes a man to actually, raise that kid and feed that kid. And, someone can just leave that kid and not give a fuck. That's not a man, that's a boy. That's somebody who's in the male body who doesn't, care about responsibility. A man has responsibility. A man takes care of his family. A man takes care of his everything, and I'm not saying girls can't take care of their families too. That's possible, but I'm saying my image of a man is not someone who's gonna fuck a girl and leave her pregnant and just leave her or something. And in dating, I feel like people trans men get discriminated against a lot too. Against when females find out you're trans, even if you're on testosterone, they just kind of act just kind of weird, and that's that. Well, I've used the men's bathroom a couple times, and I get mixed looks when I use the girls' bathroom because I do wear a binder, and people are just like, "What the fuck is he doing in here?" And I'm just like, yeah. So I've waited for someone to tell me something, but normally when I walk in the guys' room, I don't even say anything. I just go to the bathroom, I use the bathroom, I walk out. That's that. No one says anything, no one stares at me. But when it's only in the girls' bathroom, I get stared at. So I'm just like, maybe I should start using the guys' bathroom for now. Unfortunately, at work, even though I'm out as trans, I have to use the female bathroom because I'm not trying to stir up some shit over there. I'm looking for another job, so I can just not worry about it. But yeah, so North Carolina, if you guys do not know, passed a law basically saying that, if you, see a trans person in the bathroom, you have to use the bathroom that's on your, with the gender that's on your birth certificate, the sex on your birth certificate, not your gender identity, basically. And which is complete bullshit. They are I think one of the first states, I think they are the first state to pass a transphobic bill, because another state has tried to pass it and it didn't pass. It got vetoed. And the religious freedom one tried to get passed, and that one got vetoed also. And I think that people need to be more open-minded about trans people and LGBT community. People are so worried about trans people using the same restroom, but they don't realize, yes, some people, trans guys are gay, some trans guys are, bisexual or pansexual, same as trans women, and that doesn't make any difference because, a bisexual woman or bisexual man can be using the bathroom, or gay man or lesbian woman, that you're going to kick them out the restroom because of their sexuality? No. They just think that these people are just trying to go into the bathroom and peek at them, but that's not the case. we just want the right to use the bathroom of our gender identity because that's who we identify as. We're going to the bathroom to use the restroom. We're not going to the bathroom to be a pedophile and, you know, hit on people and stuff. That's not the case. And I feel like people, they think wrong. You know, they think negative about the trans community. And if they just did a little research and enlighten themselves about it, they wouldn't have this problem. There wouldn't be this problem. And that's just, you know, my view on it. This bill should have never been passed in the first place, and I feel that's very sad for North Carolina because now, you know, you're causing the stigma for trans people now. Like, you know, people who are straight, cisgendered, or, you know, are going to be like, oh, you guys can't use the bathroom, so now, you know, you're putting trans people at risk of being hurt, you know, even worse, they can be murdered, you know. It's not safe for a person who's not on, you know, hormones to use the bathroom. Sometimes it's highly unsafe for them, but it's also highly unsafe for them to use the restroom of the sex that's on their birth certificate. If they are on hormones, then someone's going to come in there and beat the crap out of them because that they're transgendered and they're going to, you know, rape them or something. Like, things could happen. Numerous things could happen. And to, you know, see that they don't see the, you know, possibility of them putting people in danger, you know, not just murder, but rape and, you know, transphobic beatings and stuff is very sad. That's just the honest truth. Like, that could all happen. I just don't know what else to say because it's like, I'm scared to use a men's bathroom not being on hormones, so I keep my mouth shut when I walk in there because Lord knows anything could happen. Anything could happen. Like, I say the wrong thing, I speak one word and they find out I'm trans, I could get killed, worse. And then not only that, now they have kids who are trans, now probably are not going to come out as trans, or maybe even let this gender dysphoria sit with them, and they're causing more gender dysphoria. Suicide rates, man. Like, that's another thing. Suicide rates are high. They're at the all-time highest in the LGBTQ community, but also in the trans community. Like, come on. Like, research these things before you pass bills. Who is it really helping? Cis people? Cis white people? Cisgendered people who don't know, you know, discrimination because they're not, per se, in their words, normal? I'm just saying. This law should have never been passed, and I hope that it does get overturned, and that I know that they're seeking legal action against it because it needs to be, because the risk that they're taking for anything could happen, and I just don't feel like that's right. You know, I went through my whole life being discriminated against for being, you know, attracted to the same sex in a way, but I never felt like that until I realized what the title was thanks to a friend. And now that I know that I'm trans, I already know that I'm going to be discriminated against. I already know when I tell my family that's going to be a whole big ordeal, and that's that. But, you know, I don't deal as much with as much discrimination as I could, I guess, if I was in a different state, because I live in California and they're very open-minded over here. So thank you guys for watching this week's video. I do appreciate it. If you guys want to see this overturned, I'm going to put a link to a petition in the description so we can help the trans community in North Carolina. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys next Friday.